In the summer of 2024, the Chandra X-ray telescope celebrated its 25th birthday, and NASA published 25 of its most stunning photographs. It was an anniversary of the extra class, with its ability to capture distant galaxies, cosmic nebulae, and the remnants of massive supernova explosions. Chandra is undoubtedly one of the most powerful telescopes that humans have ever placed directly in space. Together, we can explore the fascinating world of images that Chandra has produced over the course of 25 years. Each image demonstrates the universe's richness in a splendor that has never been seen before. 20. ARP, one of the brightest galaxies. We are aware of ARP 220 is an ultra-luminous infrared galaxy that was created when two galaxies collided to produce this vibrant journey through the universe. In addition to causing intense star formation, the collision released a massive amount of gas and dust that blocked the galaxy's light. Despite this, a small number of researchers were able to identify more than 200 giant star clusters in the galaxy ARP 220, whose environment is marked by harsh conditions. In addition to being one of the sky's most potent radio emitters, this galaxy gives scientists information on how galaxy cores form and behave after collisions. The foundations of creation. The pillars of creation were one of the first pictures taken by the Chandra X-ray Observatory mission when it started in 1999. The Hubble Space Telescope was the first to observe this famous feature in the Eagle Nebula. An astounding amount of new stars are created in the column-shaped formations, which are made up of thick, frigid clouds of gas and dust. The UV radiation from the newborn, hot stars gives the pillars their structure. This light is then absorbed by the surrounding gas, resulting in light emissions that vividly depict the dynamic processes of star formation. NGC 3532. The Open Star Cluster, NGC 3532, which is around 1,300 light-years distant in the constellation. Carina is a young star cluster that is roughly 300 million years old and has hundreds of luminous blue and yellow stars. Researchers also refer to it as the wishbone cluster or football cluster. Due to its clear view and ability to be seen with relatively modest telescopes, this cluster is especially well liked by amateur astronomers. Following its launch in 1990, NGC 6872 became the first object imaged by the Hubble Space Telescope, followed by NGC 3532. With a diameter of more than 500,000 light-years, one of the biggest known galaxies may be seen in the Peacock constellation. In addition to its remarkable size, NGC 6872 has an odd shape. It is remarkably curved, which is most likely the result of interactions with the close partner galaxy IC 4970. In light of these vibrant photos, the spiral arms of NGC 6872 have been twisted and stretched by the gravitational forces acting on the two galaxies' approach. The issue of whether the universe is indeed that colorful keeps coming up. Officially, filters are used to generate the hues, but color also happens naturally. Usually, gases create the colors green, red, yellow, or in this case, brilliant, pink and magenta depending on the filter. Located just 160,000 light-years from the Milky Way's outer regions, NGC 1850, NGC 1850 is a remarkable globular cluster in the large melanic cloud that forms our Milky Way as a satellite galaxy. What makes this formation unique is that it contains young stars, which is uncommon for globular clusters. Astronomers believe that a massive star formation explosion created the cluster. 6. Crab Nebulae. The Crab Nebula is the aftermath of a supernova explosion in the Taurus constellation that was discovered by Chinese astronomers in 1050. The nebula is still EXP and is made up of a complicated structure of gas and dust. The Crab pulsar, a neutron star that rotates incredibly quickly and releases high-energy radiation in the process, is located at the core of the nebula at a speed of around 1,500 kilometers. Research on pulsars and the physics of supernova remnants can benefit greatly from the Crab Nebula. MESH 1552, MESH 1552 is a supernova remnant as well. However, this time we are at the Con station Norma and a high-energy pulsar known as PSR B509D58 is located at the heart of the nebula. NASA satellites often study this object, which is recognized as one of the sky's most potent X-ray emitters. For scientists, pulsars and supernova remnants are true treats. Let's continue our amazing cosmic voyage and go to the constellation AEL 2125. Major Ursa. Only Chandra, with its special X-ray equipment, can shine through this thick environment to reveal us the galaxy cluster in all its glory. AEL 2125 is a massive galaxy cluster located around 3 billion light-years distant. It comprises hundreds of galaxies in an especially dense intergalactic environment. Because of the many galaxy collisions that occur here, the structure of the galaxy Virgo cluster is continuously altered, making it a crucial observation location for astrophysicists. The Virgo cluster, the closest large galaxy cluster to the Milky Way, is located in the constellation Virgo and contains approximately 1,300 to 2,000 galaxies, with a particularly high number of bright elliptical and spiral galaxies. The Virgo cluster also affects the movement of galaxies in our neighborhood through its gravitational force and is crucial to research into the mass distribution in the entire known universe. Galaxy clusters are among the most impressive structures in the universe because they bring hundreds to thousands of galaxies together in a cosmic dance. NGC 3324. The Gabriela Mistral Nebula, commonly called NGC 3324, is an emission nebula located in the Carina constellation. The nebula is fascinatingly bright and is created by intense UV radiation from blazing young stars. Its name comes from the nearly human and feminine appearance of this area of intensive star production. Astronomers are particularly interested in NGC 3324 because it displays stars at various phases of evolution. Cloud Serpent. The Serpent Cloud, also known as the Snake Nebula, is a dark cloud of gas and dust that is located in the constellation Eucus. It has a striking snake-like shape and is home to many young protostars that are just starting to form. This dark cloud is an excellent illustration of how gravity and gas density interact to start star formation processes. The supernova SN 1987, discovered in the massive Magellanic Cloud in 1987, SN 1987A is the closest and brightest supernova explosion of our time. It was the first time that scientists have seen a supernova in detail at every step, and its evolution would last for thousands of years. The discovery of neutrinos being released during a supernova was also made possible by SN 1987A. These ghost particles, which are found practically everywhere in the universe and are thought to be similar to cosmic messengers, are able to easily pass through thin forms of matter. For instance, they were used to examine the pyramids of Giza in a completely new way. One of the rarest and hottest stars in the cosmos, WR24, is a Wolf-Rayet star in the constellation Sagitta. It is located around 15,000 light-years distant from Earth and rapidly loses mass owing to powerful stellar winds. Extreme stellar winds created the gas cloud, known as M167, which envelops the star. WR24 is especially intriguing as it will probably detonate like a supernova in the future. We are eager to learn more about yet another supernova at the center of this remnant. Researchers discovered a neutron star emitting high-energy particles and encircling a shell of charged gas in the galactic center of the Milky Way, which is approximately 26,000 light-years from Earth and a very active region. G2.5 0.9 G 21.59 is a supernova remnant in the constellation Scorpius that is especially bright in the X-ray spectrum. Sagittarius, a tremendously large black hole, is the true center. In contrast to other galactic centers, our center's black hole remains serene and reflective. Sagittarius A star provides our home galaxy with a nice steady structure and seldom consumes matter. Astronomers can better comprehend the interactions and functions of black holes and galactic cores by studying this center. The constellation Aquila is home to another vibrant nebula, known for its intricate structure and vivid blue and green hues. In this instance, the colors are created by ionized oxygen and nitrogen gas, and the dying star at its core is ejecting its outer layers. Thanks to images of HB5, we can learn important details about the final phases of the development of Sun-like stars. The most prevalent galaxy shape in the universe is NGC 7469, a particularly active spiral galaxy located in the constellation Pegasus, approximately 200 million light-years away. It is well known for its bright center, which appears pink in Chandra, images with a yellowish core at its center. Additionally, NGC 7469 is a particularly bright quasar, which is made up of supermassive black holes surrounded by a lot of hot gas that glows brightly in images. NGC 1365. About 56 million light-years away, in the constellation Forks, lies the striking barred spiral galaxy known for its prominent bar that stretches across its center. Thanks to Chandra images, researchers have been able to identify multiple sites of intense star formation in NGC 1365, which also has a supermassive black hole at its center. The Orion Nebula. The Orion Nebula, also known as M42, is the brightest and most well-known emission nebula from our perspective. It is situated approximately 1,344 light-years away in the Orion constellation and is a massive star formation region that contains many young stars, protostars, and gas clouds. For scientists, this enormous stellar nucleus is a perfect laboratory for researching the processes that result in the formation of new stars and planetary systems. The I galaxies. The Virgo galaxy cluster contains the galaxies NGC 4435 and NGC 4438, which are known as eyes, because when viewed through a telescope, they appear to be a pair of eyes. These galaxies exhibit remarkable interactions that cause distinctive distortions in gas and dust structures, which significantly promote star formation. Another galaxy with a stunning spiral form is NGC 7469. About 200 million light-years away, this especially active galaxy shines in the constellation Pegasus. It has an active galactic center with a supermassive black hole that draws material from its surroundings to produce such intense UV and X-ray radiation that NGC 7469 is one of the night sky's brightest light sources. The stellar ring that surrounds this galaxy's core is another fascinating characteristic. This is another strong remnant of a supernova that detonated in the Copia constellation some 300 years ago. One of the most fascinating places to see astronomy in the cosmos is this bluish, shimmering stellar remnant, which is also one of the brightest radio sources in the sky today. It is composed of hot gas EX bands and contracts, nebula catspaw. It's amazing how creative our academics are. In the case of this formation, they repeatedly see parallels between cosmic occurrences and well-known forms or personalities. One researcher thought of a cat's velvety paw on the spur of the moment, and the emission Nebula Catspaw Nebula is the name given to NGC 6334. You must face toward the constellation Scorpius if you wish to view the nebula with an amateur telescope, since it is one of the most prolific star-forming areas in our own galaxy. The nebula is one of the most widely studied phenomena because of the radiation from the young stars, which continuously shapes and alters the cloud patterns. Among the most powerful radio sources in the known cosmos, Curious is listed first. The topmost galaxy is Centaurus A, commonly known as NGC 5128. This cosmic wonder is located around 13 million light-years distant and has a remarkable dust disk and an active galactic center that is home to a super-large black hole. The constellation Centaurus Max J35. You are immediately facing a gravitational lens in this picture, which is Max J0035, also called Max J354630.